Penelope, I try to do this in different ways. Try to sing goodbye, try to sing hello. I'll have to just put it straight up, Penelope. We missed the holy hell out of you. You fought hard trying to make it. We had to stick you with needles, stick you with anti-pain medicine down your throat. We had to give you warmer medicine. For weeks you suffered through this. You know, you seemed okay. You had your head in a bag of hay. Last time I saw you, you were always interested in what I was bringing in with the bag. You walked over to your water. You were getting stronger. You were eating outside. Wasn't enough. Rosalie, I found you yesterday, laying on your side, and knew you were gone. It's a crazy world, Penelope. When a creature gives birth to babies, they're dead, and then 3 months later, you're dead. Nature works in strange ways. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows much about anything, probably. That's the way I see it, at least how I feel right now. And then to find out that there's so many other people around here that don't do right by their animals by not worming them or not taking better care of them. I mean, we made some mistakes. We let somebody worm you, and they didn't do it the right way. For a long time, you all suffered with worms and parasites in this wet climate that we're in. But that ain't gonna happen anymore. In memory of you and Peaches, and leaving us these 2 babies, they're now 12 weeks old, and your brother, little Willie, and the 2 brothers, Corduroy and Blueberry, and the donkeys, Poncha and Pepe, and the pig, Toby. This is a different deal around here. We're gonna beat these motherfucking parasites and these worms, and we're not gonna let them kill anybody else. And you had a lot to do with it, because you really showed us what was going on. I know if you hadn't become impregnated, you probably would have beat it too. It's another example of what women or females go through when they have to have these babies. For some stupid ass Republicans, men to say, oh, we're just laying on our Christian rights, say, no, abortion, never. Execute the woman for having an abortion. Are they that stupid? Do they not know that some people are animals, people, animals, every kind of animal, every kind of people, some just can't handle having babies. But it's okay for the mother to die if the baby can be saved, when maybe the baby can't even be saved, because none of your babies were. And this is looking at it from a goat's perspective. but I'm in a bitter mood because I lost you, and Rosalia lost you, and we miss you. And man, if I had only known, understood how much stress it was, but it was just a freak thing. I mean, obviously life has to continue. Animals, people, all of us. There has to be baby kids, baby born, baby chimps, baby snakes. Everything's got to be born, and there's always a risk. But Jesus Christ. You weren't even 3 years old. This was the first time you had babies. But the reason that you died wasn't the babies. It was because of the fact that I trusted your worming, entrusted it, and your basic maintenance to another person because I haven't been feeling so great. It was easier at my age now to have somebody else deal with it. But I realized what a fuck up that was because I realized she hadn't been doing it the right way. So, in memory of your death, and Peach's death, and all those babies that died when you guys had your kids in December and January, and the last 2 remaining kids, Cookie Pea and Snow Peach, and all the other stuffed animals around here, and all the birds, and the lizard, and everybody else, man, the cat. You guys are going to get one hellishly better treatment. We're just going to be a whole lot more aware of what's going on around here with the proper care for you all. I'm sorry it didn't work. We tried giving you stuff the last few weeks. Too many calories gone. It was just too late, I guess. But yeah, no amount of stupid singing in this thing, or no amount of harmonica playing can disguise how I feel and the bitterness of losing 2 mothers that were impregnated, that had these babies, and then died because of having them, and the enlightenment that I see that, oh yeah, it's like Rosalia helped make you see it, actually. She pointed out that, like, and there's some women that are just incapable of having babies, and they have to get an abortion. But if there's nowhere to get an abortion, and if it's illegal, and some states, like I think it was South Carolina, that said have the death penalty if somebody gets an abortion. Well, I mean, and who is it that's saying it? It's guys mostly men, people that can't have babies. I'd like to see what those sons of bitches would say if they could have babies. Facts. There should be a special operation on the whole Republican Party. Make them all out to have babies. Strap some secret, I don't know, something to them. Make them all have them. They're all a bunch of chicken fat motherfuckers anyway. So, this is not a normal video, but it was quite enlightening to see my goats die because they had these babies, and their immune system went down, and they couldn't handle all the parasites and the wormings and the snail problems and all the stuff that we're fighting here in this wet climate I live in Oregon. And to equate that with people all over the world, women, and talking about America here now, because we, the abortion, man. I mean, it's like, or the Supreme Court thing, and it's like, I mean, are they crazy? Are they insane? Who knows their body better than the person who owns it? I mean, if they're, to an extent, I mean, yeah, doctors might know it better in some ways, but the person that's having the child, it's their decision. It should be their decision. No one wants to murder babies and fetuses and anything else. But the fact of the matter is that it is a reality that a woman has the baby, and a woman is going to go through that despite the fact that she was either artificially inseminated or because she had it through a man. Okay, yeah, the man can say he's got something to do with it. It's his baby too. But he's not having the thing. It's different. It's a different thing. And for years I thought, I don't want it. I don't agree with abortion. I think the woman should have the baby and then have to just give it up. But now I realize, if somebody gets an abortion and if you believe in the soul in heaven, that soul goes straight to heaven. It doesn't mean he has to mess with this crazy ass earth. It just means it goes straight on to heaven and to live with God. If that's what you believe. And otherwise, because what's more pure than a soul that hasn't touched earth, but that is still alive inside its mother? And then, unfortunately, for whatever reasons, it has to, or could it be that maybe the actual soul of the person, if you believe in this kind of thing, it doesn't even come to play until it's developed enough inside the mother where it becomes a functioning creature getting ready to be born. So I don't know. All I know is that when we break it right down to the nitty gritty, man, these goats made me realize, these goats that I lost, Penelope and Peaches, made me realize, and made Rosalie and I realize how much stress. It's an incredible amount of stress for any of these creatures to give birth, whether it be people or other animals, and they really should know what they want to do. It shouldn't be up to Congress or the United States Senate or the Pope or anybody else, but the individual woman who has to decide what to do. And for me, there's 2 female goats among the 5 I have, and I mean, will I ever let these guys get pregnant because of the bad experience? Will we ever let them get pregnant if a buck comes around here and somebody, because they're really pretty goats, and it can be beautiful kids. But after this experience, I think they're gonna become non-goats. I mean, like a nunnery. Maybe that's not fair, but I think they'll be just as happy. I just don't want to take the risk anymore. This was a bad experience. However, if the animals had been properly wormed, if the person that I was relying on had done her job and made sure to alternate the wormings or worming medicine, if I had done my job better and making sure that she did that, if I had watched more goat videos, if I'd been more on top of it, then this thing wouldn't have happened. It might not have happened, and we might have been able to save everybody. I don't know, because you can't go back in the past. But it's been a hell of a year, and just trying to get it right. And to lose Penelope after working with her so hard, well, it really sucks. But now we have to work on the rest of the herd, because they all need, it's a bad thing around here. Still, parasites, different kinds of worms. I mean, it's been a long winter, and it's been, we have a lot more work to do, and we can't let it slide. And we're just a tiny little operation, a little teeny tiny hobby farm sanctuary. But anyway, Penelope, really, really, you were special. You were mischievous, you were cool, you were kind, you always escaped when we wanted you to stay in one place or another. You were just a loner, you were a comical little. You made us laugh. I'm glad I knew you. I'm so sorry I failed you, which I did. Sleep sweet, Penelope. Be there with God. And we'll see you someday. Goodbye from Rosalia, and I loved you and trying to help you. Good night, baby.